On this episode of Structural Sense, we're going to talk about the top 10 newbie mistakes when getting started with exercise. Don't go anywhere. Hey everybody, welcome to episode 9 of the Structural Sense podcast. As always, I'm at Steve Sansford. He's at Ryan from work. And today we're going to be talking about mistakes.
Yes.
Specifically, the top 10 mistakes that newbies make when they get started with exercise.
Sure. Yeah.
Ryan's a personal trainer. He's dealt with some newbies
Couple.
on occasion. You were probably a newbie once. I'm curious if you made any of
for
these
sure.
mistakes when you started.
100%.
But we've got a list. We had Ryan sit down with a pen and paper, just like he was in school again, and I've come up with a list of the top 10 mistakes he sees new people making when they come in to work out. Mistake number 1, overdoing it. Are you going to laugh every time I introduce one of these?
It's true though. I mean, so for number 1, we have overdoing it. And what you find is a lot of people that don't have any exercise experience get involved with exercise due to something, whether it be they want to lose weight or, they went to the doctor and something happened or whatever the case may be. And they come out of there or come out of that situation completely overdoing everything, right? So they completely change all their nutritional habits. They completely go to the gym 3-4 hours a week. Like I see that with people, 3 to 4 hours a day, right? Not 3 or 4 hours a week. And they spend a lot of time trying to get those goals. And initially they'll get great goals. They'll get great results. But what we run into is the fact that, it is a habit. And habits normally take, they say 21 days. No, for exercise, I would say it's even longer. And what some of the research says is that it's actually 66 days, right, to actually grow a habit. So what you find is they push too hard, they try to change everything, and then at the end of the day, they just quit because they want instant results, right?
Which, convenient enough, leads us right into point number 2.
Yeah.
Nice segue. You'd almost think that was scripted or something. The number 2 newbie mistake that people make when starting with exercise, expecting instant results.
Exactly. Right? It's a journey. Exercise is a journey. Getting in shape is a journey. And, when it comes down to us as humans, a lot of it is experiencing it and going through it and making mistakes. When it comes down to it, don't expect instant results. You might get a little bit initially. They say your first 3-month gap of exercise, you get a good chunk of results. But normally that's where people plateau. And after that 3-month gap, that's where people start to fall off. So, keep at it and, continue to do research. It's a skill, right? Exercise is a skill just like anything else. It's just like any of the careers that anyone's in, right? You have to spend lots of time doing it in order to get good at it.
Number 3, not changing nutritional habits. You said not changing habits. We added in nutritional.
Yeah.
But just habits in general. Nutrition is a big part of that. Talk about that mistake.
Sure. So everybody thinks that exercise is the big portion of it where, if I just exercise more and I don't change anything else and I continue to eat bad, I'm going to get my results. Initially, you might get a little bit depending if you've never worked out. Yeah, you will. Right. But at the end of the day, it's not going to get you to where you want to go. Right. So, you have to make sure that nutrition is on if you want good results. And when it comes down to it, it's about a lifestyle change, right? So you can't be drinking pop every day expecting to get results. And,
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
And then eventually you'll just relapse and go back to what you were used to.
So mistake number 4 on our list, not working hard enough.
So the complete opposite. Why I say not working hard enough is specifically because when people are at the gym, what I find, so they say that the maximum time that you should ever spend at the gym is 3 to 4 hours a week,
Okay.
right? If you're really pushing hard for some goals, you could do a little bit more, but in those situations, you really have to know what you're doing. But when it comes down to it, those 3 to 4 hours that you spend have to be efficient. They have to be consistent, right? You have to work hard, right? I think it was Ed Cohen that said it. He's a record holder in powerlifting, and he said there's 3 main things that you need in exercise, or 3 main things that you need when it comes down to exercise or working out, and it's hard work, and hard work. Right? You have to work hard when you're in the gym.
Newbie mistake number 5: you become too dependent on the scale.
Yes.
Talk about that one. That's a personal favorite of yours.
Yeah, it is, because depending on your goals, sometimes the scale won't dictate what exactly it is, right? For someone like Steve, as an example, because Steve does a lot of heavy lifting, right? We see a lot more fat loss and muscle gain. So what ends up happening is, on the scale, the numbers will stay the same, but you see one drop and one go up. Right? So it's not necessarily the number on the scale that matters. What you want to do is take your inch measurements. You want to take body fat calipers if you can do that as well. And really just look at how you fit into things, right? Because if you're fitting into things better, or you feel like things are fitting tighter, say in the upper body as a guy, or looser in the lower body as a female, it could mean that you're actually just losing inches.
New mistake number 6, improper technique. This one has a lot of problems.
This one has a ton of problems. Exercise is a skill, right? And, when it comes down to it, if you want to be efficient at getting results, it's important to do things right. So it's okay to do a little bit of research on it, and really just watch where people come from. I mean, the people that give you advice when you're there at the gym, what do they look like, for one? How do they work out, for two? Right? And you got to ask, what is it again? If you buy someone's opinion, you buy their lifestyle, right? So you really want to look at that person, and at the same time too, you want to investigate yourself, because when it comes down to it, what might work for you might not work for someone else. So when it comes down to improper technique, make sure you're using proper technique, because the last thing that you want to do is do something wrong and injure yourself, for one, or two, do it improperly and ruin some of your motor patterns, right? So I get people, for instance, that are capable of fully squatting down to the like what we call ass to grass, right? But yet they don't. And it's like, why aren't you using full range of motion? Your body can do it. Now you're doing quarter squats or half squats, and you're completely ruining your motor patterns, and then you run into more injury issues. So proper technique is very important.
Newbie mistake number 7, not enough rest.
Yes. Right? That's that whole concept of energy in, energy out. Right? But at the same time too, people don't realize that the amount of time that you spend exercising, you have to rest as well. Rest is just as important. What I like to say when it comes down to nutrition and rest is nutrition is about 70% of it, rest is about 20, and exercise is 10. Right? So it's important to make sure that you're getting enough rest. If you're being efficient in your workouts, you shouldn't be spending more than an hour in the gym per day. Right? So, make sure that you are being efficient.
Make sure you get plenty of rest.
For sure.
Newbie mistake number 8, poor consistency.
We're talking about it, right? I mean, it's important to be consistent at it, right? If you want results, you have to be consistent. That's why we say you have to be in the gym 3 to 4 times a week for an hour each, right? 3 to 4 hours a week will get you good results. Consistent eating will get you good results, right? Depending on making sure that you're having the proper nutrition for your genotype, or your genetics, or your environment that you're in, right? All of those things matter, and that's why it's important to make sure that you do more or less turn yourself into a guinea pig and find out what works best for you, right? But be consistent.
Newbie mistake number 9, not making it a priority.
That's a big one, and it comes down to that whole concept of time, right? I get it all the time from people where, I've sat down with close to 1,000 people in consults, if not more. And one thing that I get from majority of those people is, I don't have time, right? Well, if you had a heart attack and the doctor said you're going to die tomorrow, and unless you get in and start exercising and change your nutrition, would you make time for it? Yeah, you would.
I would think so.
Right? So it's not an issue of time, it's an issue of priority at the end of the day. Make sure you're making it a priority. And this is the biggest thing. There is 168 hours in a week. Exercise only counts for 3 to 4 hours of that time. Right? So it's not an issue of time. You just need to make it a priority instead of sitting in front of the TV and watching it.
So number 10 in our top 10 newbie mistakes when getting started with exercise, not using a workout partner. I originally had this one down as not using a personal trainer, because from my point of view, that's what it should have been, because that's what helps with those other 9 things. You had me change it to not using a workout partner.
Either or, really.
Yeah.
You know, having a workout partner, and one big thing, if you're going to have a workout partner, be a good workout partner.
Yep.
Right? That's one big thing there. But at the same time, too, if you're going to have a workout partner, have one that's very similar to the goal set that you want. Right? It's important to have someone that's going to fight for the same thing that you want as well. But whether it be a workout partner or a personal trainer, it's all about accountability.
Yep.
And when you have someone there pushing you and you're pushing them back, you have a higher chance of getting results. So it's important to have a workout partner. I see it even here when it comes down in Fit Club with the boot camps. A lot of people bring a friend, right? Because it's a lot easier to go to the gym with a friend. So, you know, when it comes down to it, having a workout partner will increase your chance of results.
That's going to do it for this episode of Structural Sense. I hope you guys enjoyed this new abbreviated format. We want to start bringing you guys more content, more often, more videos, shorter videos, but much more specific topic.
More consistent.
More consistent, more consistency. You could probably repeat all 10 of these for the Keys to a Successful Podcast or YouTube
sure.
channel. Maybe we'll do that in a future episode just for fun. But until then, thanks for watching. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe yet, please hit that subscribe button down below. It helps us out a lot. If you like the video, hit that like button. We appreciate the support. As always, I'm at Steve Sansford.
I'm at Ryan from work.
He's at Ryan from work. And until next time, remember, the mind must be right or the body never will be. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.